Hello, this is Greg Lentz again, Training and Development Supervisor with Pacesetter Claims. This video is going to show you how to add additional expenses to a standard fee schedule invoice within VIP. So please go look at some of the other videos, particularly the how to create a new basic invoice in VIP so that you'll understand this a little bit more. There's several videos that we've created that take you around the VIP environment to show you how to do different things, but I would certainly start with how to create a standard invoice. And then I would recommend looking at all the videos. You're going to need that probably so that you become familiar with using and moving around the VIP environment. It is very easy to do. Once you play around in it a little bit, within about 5 to 10 minutes, it'll pretty much make sense, particularly if you go through the training videos. Very, very easy environment. Okay, so to start, we're going to go over here to the left menu and select Create New Invoice. We're going to select the carrier, in this case, AFIX. It's the only carrier right now that we're doing invoicing through VIP. Later on, we are planning on implementing VIP invoicing with our other carriers, but right now it's just AFIX. Okay, so then we're going to click in the search field, type in our claim. We're using some mock claims that we have set up for training purposes, but you'll type your claim number in. Then you're going to select search, and it should show up if it finds the claim in exact analysis. It'll show that search result right here. Verify that it's the correct claim. If it is, you must then select that, left click once and highlight. That will bring up the estimate gross loss amount in the estimates area here. We'll need to go into this area here and use this button select estimate to get into the actual invoice. You'll notice that it's grayed out, or it's a light green, it's not active. To make this button active, after you click on the claim and bring up the gross loss amount, you must now click on the loss amount. You must click here, highlight that. Now this button becomes active. Okay, so now let's select estimate. This will bring us into the actual invoice. This is very similar to what you will do with a standard estimate. You'll be doing the same thing. We're going to select the assignment type. We'll use daily here instead of CAT. Assignment category. This is not a cancellation or an erroneous assignment. This is not a T&E billing. This is just a standard fee schedule billing invoice. That's what we're going to use here. This will open up these other areas here where we can put in our additional expense. If you see this area, don't worry about this. Just disregard adding multiple adjusters or deducting any kind of amounts. That's not going to apply to this. All we're going to do is add an expense. In this case, today we're going to add mileage. So what you do is you click in the first field. It's asking field name, and you're typing in what type of expense you want to bill. In this case, mileage. Then we're going to enter the amount. So let's just pick a number and say we're billing $100.50. To get this number, you will have had to upload a MapQuest or Google Maps of your mileage to exact analysis into the document section to verify your mileage. That has to be uploaded. It's required for AFIX anyway. It's required. Most carriers it is. You will also have to have been approved by the AFIX manager and or supervisors to be able to bill mileage. They have to give you approval. And what you do to get this number is you take your mileage and you multiply that by what Pacesetter is paying per mile, which is the typical IRS standard. But if you need to know what that is, always call your manager. They'll let you know. And that's how you get this number, the dollar amount. And that's what you put in this field. The next field is billable or non-billable. It defaults to billable. We want to leave that there. We want to bill this mileage. The next field has three options: commissionable, non-commissionable, and reimbursable. In this scenario, we want reimbursable because we want to bill 100%. We want to be fully reimbursed for our $100.50. Commissionable will make it a percentage of that we would type in, 70%, 50%, whatever. No, we want reimbursable, fully reimbursed, and that automatically puts 100%. If you'll notice, we're not seeing this over here in the actual fees in the invoice yet. Why? Well, we need to add it. So let's add with the add button. Now we see the additional expense for mileage listed in our details, but we're still not seeing this. To see this over here and be listed actually on the invoice to be paid, we would need to select the calculate button. However, before we do that, I want to go over a couple of quick things. If that's all you need to do and you don't want to or need to put any notes or attach any documents, at this point right here, you can just calculate. Let's do that. Once we calculate, there's our mileage reimbursable, $100.50. There's our fee bill that we're getting paid based upon the gross loss and the fee schedule and whatever your percentage is that you've contracted with Pacesetter. And the $5 technology deduction that's taken out of every invoice for AFIX anyway. It's been happening for a while. It's nothing new, but now it's just listed on the invoice. At this point, you can just submit, which will submit the estimate and then take you back to the dashboard. And then if you need to do another one, you would go through the same process. If you select submit and new, it will submit the invoice. But instead of taking you back to the dashboard, it will take you back to the next further screen where you can type in another claim and create a new invoice. So it saves you a click or step. It doesn't take you to the dashboard. Of course, you can cancel the whole invoice or reset everything we've done up here. Those are the options you have there. Now, let's say you had to add a document. Okay, so we're going to go down here and say choose file. Let's say you wanted to put your map in here. You don't have to, it's not required. Again, you should have already uploaded that to Exact Analysis. But let's say you want to attach it again, or you have some other document. Maybe you're billing T&E and you have some invoices that you want to be reimbursed for or something. But we're going to do mileage as an example. So we're going to select mileage, select open. Here's the little document that we've uploaded so far, but we haven't applied it and attached it yet. Now we're going to add document. Okay, so here's our document. It's added now, but notice what's happened. It's changed the submit buttons back to calculate. So you can't submit. So in other words, if you do all of this up here, and then you add, and then you calculate where it shows up over here, and then you add a document, you can't submit it. You have to recalculate. And you can recalculate it. You can select this again. It'll recalculate. It still has the mileage billing. Now it has the document attached right here. And now you can submit. You can do it either way. It just saves you a click or two. Keep that in mind. And that is it. Very, very simple. We're not going to submit this, but that's how it works. Again, if you have any questions, please review these training videos. You can use the support feature in here if you're having some technical issues and you need to contact VIP. You can also contact your manager or your supervisor and they'll be more than happy to help. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next training video.